Some cars are comfy on the inside but don't have power on the outside. And some cars have the horsepower but none of the comfort. I used to think there weren't any cars that were the total package. But that all changed when I got my Honda SUV. It's rugged and sophisticated, and right now, Honda has deals on the entire Honda SUV lineup. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Passport, you name it. So if you're looking for a car that's the total package, the only place you'll find it is at your local Honda dealer. Hurry before they're all gone.
Avenger Radio on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to a special non-lockdown episode of Avenger Radio, your home of all things Avondale FC, coming to you live from the actual studio at Football Nation Radio. My name is Branson Gibson. I am joined by FNR's Ed Gooden. Good evening, Ed. How are you, mate?
I'm well, Branson. How are you?
I'm doing very well because that is the first time I've nailed Ed Gooden. Good evening.
First time for everything.
That's it. I'm glad we got there. It's only taken me 4 times to get your name right. So
you've done a good job at covering up the green screen ruse that we have here. We're actually both in our bedrooms.
Yeah.
And this is just a whole bunch of special effects. We've called in the Melbourne Film Studios.
Yep.
We've made it happen. Yep. You're actually a CGI man right now.
Yep, absolutely. As are you. So,
as am I.
Yeah, yes. We've done well. But, mate, we do have a big show ahead of us tonight. We have some exciting news about our return to football. We'll chat to some of our senior men's players later on. And we'll also take a little look at the European Championships, which are going on at the moment, mate. But tonight's episode of Avenger Radio is brought to us by one of our major partners at Avondale FC, Clover. Clover is the most complete provider in the planning, source and supply of world-leading pipeline systems for the water and civil infrastructure markets. Clover combines strategic project consultation, product innovation and service excellence, which is just fantastic.
So the only 3 things you really need when you're looking at pipes.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
For more information, visit cloverpipe.com.au. They are fantastic sponsors of Avondale FC. But Ed, to kick things off, we have some big news about returning to the football pitch that we're going to get to straight off the bat. Joining us to give us an update on the latest news is General Manager Sam Watson. Good evening, Sam. How you doing, mate?
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, Avengers.
How are you, Sam? I see this week you have a snazzy background up this week. You did mention last week you didn't quite get to figure it out, so you've got it.
My game. I had to step up my game. Everyone had these fantastic backgrounds, and I just had my study here. So I did a quick Zoom 101 of how to do backgrounds, and so I've picked a lovely shot of our beer garden there.
Yeah,
with some of our sponsors. Banners in the background, so it's good.
Let's point out the fact that our own Branson Gibson is actually in that photo as well. So we're doubling up on Branson tonight. He's the one with the raised leg, which is
on the table, which is great. Yep,
yeah,
fantastic.
Absolutely, it's fantastic.
But that's not the biggest news. Is me being in Sam's photos. Sam, the biggest news is what's coming out of FV about the return of football. What can you tell us, mate?
So at the moment, we got a communication about 2:00 today stating that NPL is coming back. So we will resume round 17 for our senior men under 21s and under 19s. And for the junior boys NPL, they'll resume at round 11. We're still yet to get an official communication from Football Vic about the community side of things, so our senior women and our women's divisions, but hopefully that will come out tomorrow. But yeah, fantastic. It's great that we've now got a plan. We now know sort of who we've got in this coming week. So everyone should be excited around the club.
Fantastic. So picking up more or less where the season would be at the moment, that means we're facing Dandenong City this Saturday at
Correct.
3 p.m. at Avenger Park. Is there any word on the games that we missed? Obviously, we missed 2 weeks. Do we have any update? Is it likely that the season will be extended, or are we looking at catch-ups at some stage?
At the moment, we haven't been notified. I suspect, and this is only just my own personal opinion, that Football Victoria was really keen to get a communication out today on who will be playing this weekend, just so everyone can prepare for that. And I think in the coming days, probably hopefully in the next 48 hours, we'll get a bit of an idea from them on what those catch-up games will look like, when they'll be fixtured, etc. But I think FE was just really keen just to let everyone know that you'll be playing this weekend, and this is the round that your opponent will be, i.e. for our seniors 17, and for our boys it's round 11. Round 11.
Has there been any communication regarding crowd limits as well, Sam?
At the moment, there hasn't. From what I understand, there won't be any restrictions. However, don't take my word for it. Very much, we'll follow all the regulations and rules that Football Vic put in place, and we'll make sure we're fully prepared. So if we do have crowds coming, we'll have everyone checking in on QR codes for both seniors and juniors, and we've also prepared codes for all the women, so when they get back to playing as well, or when we get told when they're back to playing, we're also prepared there. And what we just ask is all parents, fans, players, everyone who goes to a game will need to be checking in every time. So I think the players are already experienced that right now at training, but same goes for everyone on the weekends. If we are having crowds, then the expectation will be that you're checking in.
Right, so that's going to apply for this weekend as well then. Are there anything else that fans should expect when they come to Avenger Park? I imagine there'll be plenty of hand sanitizer around as well, and plenty of QR codes at the entrance.
Yeah. The main communication put to us is checking in is just so important. We've just seen that in the past, recently, Victoria's been exposed for sort of being probably a bit lazy in that sense, and that is sort of the real big focal point going forward, is that everyone has to check in all the time. So we'll make sure we get those bases covered, and then the other elements are sort of the cleaning, the hand sanitizer, and everything. We already have them in place, so that won't be a big change for us. It's more just really focusing on getting everyone checked in.
I was going to ask them, what are you looking forward to most heading back in? Obviously, abundance of hand sanitizer is extremely fun for everyone. QR codes, very exciting. But from a footballing perspective, how excited are you to see the boys back on the field?
Oh, I think that it's almost given us a really good point to sort of reflect on. We're exactly halfway through the NPL season. We've played every team once, whether home or away. And I just think that the team we've got on the park at the moment, they've had so many injuries throughout the first half of the year, and they're finally now getting into a squad where everyone looks healthy or is on the verge of being back to playing. And the best part about that for us in particular is the fact that we're going to have to be most likely playing catch-up games during the week. And obviously we're still in the FFA Cup, so there's going to be the potential for our squad to be tested, and it's fantastic that we're all back healthy, and I think it's a really exciting opportunity for the club to really sort of show what potential we've got.
Sam, one other thing that's sort of been missed with the lockdown, of course, is the FFA Cup. Do we have any insight on when that game against North Geelong might be?
We've got a communication out that it will be next week. We still haven't heard the exact information from our opponents yet on the location. But yeah, it will be next week. So our next games will be Dandenong City this weekend, followed by our FFA Cup game midweek next week.
Fantastic. Well, Sam, we'll let you go. Thank you very much for providing us with an update. It's fantastic news to hear that football is back at Avondale FC
Absolutely.
This weekend. We look forward to seeing as many people as we can at Avenger Park. We've got the under-21s game before the seniors. I think that kicks off at 12:30. Then the senior men taking on Dandenong City at 3 p.m. as well. Thanks, Sam, for joining us and giving us all the good news, mate.
No problems.
Ed, we will take a very, very quick break. And when we come back, we've got more Avenger Radio right after this.
Some cars are comfy on the inside, but don't have power on the outside. And some cars have the horsepower, but none of the comfort. I used to think there weren't any cars that were the total package. But that all changed when I got my Honda SUV. It's rugged and sophisticated, and right now, Honda has deals on the entire Honda SUV lineup. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Passport, you name it. So if you're looking for a car that's the total package, the only place you'll find it is at your local Honda dealer. Hurry before they're all gone.